Jesus said, "He that has seen me has seen the Father. Prove me wrong." If Jesus isn't God, then why did he say, "He who has seen me has seen the Father"? No prophet, no angel, no mere man ever made such a claim. If Jesus was only a teacher, why did he speak as if seeing him was the same as seeing God? Skeptics, can you explain this? The room was quiet. The disciples sat around the table, their hearts heavy. Jesus had just told them something unthinkable. He was about to leave them. "Let not your heart be troubled," he said. "You believe in God. Believe also in me." The disciples looked at each other. They had followed him for years. They had seen his miracles. They had believed in him. But now he spoke of going away, and they were confused. Philip's question. Jesus continued, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." The words hung in the air. Then Philip spoke, "Lord, show us the Father, and that will be enough for us." The room fell silent. It was a simple request, but it revealed so much. Philip, like many others, still didn't fully understand. He believed in Jesus. He trusted him, but he wanted something more, a direct vision of God. He wasn't alone. Throughout history, people had longed to see God. Moses had asked, "Show me your glory." The prophets had caught glimpses of divine visions. But Jesus didn't point Philip to a vision. He pointed to himself. Jesus' shocking answer. Jesus turned to Philip. His voice was calm, yet full of authority. "Philip, have I been with you so long, and you still do not know me?" Philip's heart must have pounded. Then came the statement that changed everything. "He who has seen me has seen the Father." The disciples' eyes widened. What did he just say? If a mere man had spoken these words, it would have been blasphemy. But this was Jesus, and he didn't hesitate. He continued, "Do you not believe that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me? The words I speak are not my own, but the Father who dwells in me does his works." Philip had asked to see the Father. Jesus didn't point to the sky. He didn't describe a vision. He pointed to himself. Only God can say this. This statement wasn't just bold, it was unmistakable. The Old Testament was clear. "No one can see my face and live," God told Moses. Exodus 33:20. "I am the Lord, and there is no other. Apart from me, there is no God." Isaiah 45:5. Yet here was Jesus saying, "If you've seen me, you've seen the Father." No prophet ever said this, no angel ever claimed it, no religious leader ever dared to speak these words. Only God could say this. The Pharisees knew what he meant. This wasn't the first time Jesus spoke like this. When he said, "I and the Father are one," the religious leaders picked up stones to kill him. Why? Because they understood exactly what he was claiming. He wasn't saying he was just a messenger of God. He wasn't saying he was just sent by God. He was claiming that to see him was to see God. And to the Pharisees, this was blasphemy, unless it was true. The challenge to skeptics. Here's the challenge. If Jesus isn't God, explain this. God says, "No one can see my face and live." Exodus 33:20. Yet Jesus says, "He who has seen me has seen the Father." John 14:9. If only God can be seen as the Father, then why does Jesus claim this? If Jesus isn't God, why does he say that knowing him is the same as knowing the Father? No prophet ever made this claim. No angel ever spoke these words. No religious teacher in history has ever said this. So if Jesus isn't God, prove me wrong. Closing and call to action. Jesus wasn't just a teacher. He is the visible image of the invisible God. The question is, do you believe it? If you believe Jesus is God, type Jesus is Lord in the comments. If you don't, explain this passage. For more powerful Bible truths, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Jesus reveals the Father. What will you do with that truth? Do.